infrastructure. Please.
Thank you very much. First, hello to everyone, and it does feel, it feels like home. And I should be proud of this building, and I should be proud of the power that engineering minds have here in Latvia. I think we need really more engineering type of people in all the posts. So yes, I'm a bit strange animal in the European Commission. I am an engineer by profession, but an entrepreneur by spirit and a humanist by behavior. So, and I hope I'm going to see more of you joining me in different posts. Right now, the lawyers are prevailing, so yeah, so we need to balance. Anyway, yes, the Commission has very, very interesting challenges and opportunities ahead of us, and I think we are responding to this in a quite a bold manner. We need a bit more ambitious steps in order to move Europe forward and to stay an important global player, and at the same time to really be able to defend a couple of very important social elements that Europe has developed over the centuries, which of course are social rights. And you know how challenging that is in order to compete not only in within European Union and Europe as a continent, but also globally. But on the other hand, we have also developed very high standards in a relationship with the nature, in a relationship to green agenda, and we need to defend that. And what the statistics are showing us, even though there is nothing that really in real terms is like statistics are showing, but the fact is that our dedication to green agenda open up an incredible opportunity for the industry. And because of the high standards we have in Europe, our automotive industry is now leading globally. It's really the most advanced, the most, it's showing the most attractive visions for the future. We prove to ourselves, and yes, on one hand it's hard when we try to reach very ambitious goals, but on the other hand, this is the only way that we can push ourselves to move forward. Yeah? So I'm very positive in that. And that is primarily the reason that we also are challenging the way how we are funding our ideas. And so far we are so used to subsidies and governmental loans and different type of state-sponsored financial mechanisms. But we realized that we need a bit more excitement. We need a bit more dynamic also in our investments, in our infrastructure, especially in transport, because just relying on a state strategies and state visions, we started to lag behind. Yeah? And we have to say that we've really neglected European infrastructure. Of course, this varies from a country to country, but overall, especially the railways have been very, very under invested, and that started to show. Because railways can play a really important role in keeping the CO2 emissions down, in moving large quantities of freight from one point to another, and so that's why European Union is searching for different ways how to push forward, especially on the level of digitalization. So besides the already known cohesion funds and different EIB funds, European Investment Bank funds, we now decided to move, and of course, CEF mechanism, which is the core mechanism for the major European corridors, infrastructure corridors, especially transport corridors. Now we introduce the so-called Juncker's Fund, which is the first time ever that the European Commission offered a fund that will be where we engage investors' money. And of course, this is now causing lots of debates, which is good. You know, every debate is a good one as long as we are actually very tentative and we listen and we then create something new and good after the debate is over. So we hope today when you leave the room, you will say it was worth coming, yeah? Not just to look at us, because we're not that attractive, but yeah. But just to hear, and hopefully that we will challenge your minds. So the Juncker's Fund is private investors fund. We try to prepare and stimulate member states to create projects that private investors would feel safe and attracted by. Yeah? So we know exactly that this is the only possibility to achieve that is that we have a proper regulatory frameworks, and that is the member states' responsibility, and the minister could share more about that. From my point of view, what I'm trying to do is really stimulate different stakeholders in different member states that they come up with projects that are attractive enough, that they can show enough growth and potentials that investors would want to invest. Because private money goes only where it really sees a short, but sometimes even long-term return on investment. So there is no subsidies in private investments. They don't want to subsidize countries. Yeah? They want to grow. And this type of excitement we need. And transport has a lot of areas that can attract and can actually show opportunities for private investors. One of them is everything that is related to digitalization in transport. Yeah? We are now pushing, that's one of my key points in my agenda, is to bring digitalization on all transport modes, which means we will create the conditions for value-added services to be generated and solutions to be generated, integrated solutions that bring different modes together, electrification of transport, and all that is attractive for private investors, and that's why we need this fund. Yeah? I will rest here.